Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Mayberry, aka Mount Airy, North Carolina. This was our very first time ever visiting Mount Airy, North Carolina, and this is where the actor Andy Griffith was born. And this town is considered to have been the basis for Mayberry, which is the setting of the TV shows The Andy Griffith Show, which I'm sure you are familiar with. And this town is so cute. They have done a really great job with the downtown area. There's so many little shops and cute places to see and to grab a bite to eat. And of course, they have a lot of memorabilia and things based on the Andy Griffith Show. This is what Main Street looks like downtown. They do a lot of festivals here every year. The Mayberry Days is a really big festival. I know they do other ones also, and literally thousands of people come from all over to this little town of about 10,000 people. So whether you are here for one of the festivals, you're here because you love the Andy Griffith Show, or whatever reason, I hope that this video will be helpful for you, showcasing a few of the things to see and do in Mount Airy. So after our drive down Main Street, we went to find some free parking. There are several free parking lots as well as street parking right here. This is so fun. They have the old cop cars and you can actually do tours in them where you will have your driver will be your tour guide. This was a tour right here. Notice they're going slow. Your tour guide will point out things and tell you different facts about the Andy Griffith Show, about the town of Mount Airy, and I just think what a cool experience this is, and just very fun and unique. Now, like I said, there is tons of shopping here on Main Street. There are a lot of little souvenir shops, so definitely make sure to check some of them out. A lot of them sell t-shirts, sweatshirts, different souvenir type things, mugs, ornaments. I love to collect Christmas ornaments whenever we go new places, so I had to get one. Of course, all of these stores are going to have a lot of Andy Griffith themed things, but then they also have just different things with Mount Airy stuff on them. Hats, I mean, literally anything you want, you can find it. So if you like to shop, definitely make sure you hit up Main Street because there is a lot of shopping to do. Definitely make sure to stop by Bear Creek on Main Street. This is such a fun store. They are selling so many things, including like gourmet chocolates and fudge and all sorts of sweet treats. A really fun store for people of any age. They also have flavored popcorns. We got the pickle flavor. It actually is really, really good. I definitely recommend trying that if you're here. Like I said, everybody any age will really love checking out Bear Creek store. Now, you might see a llama on Main Street here in Mount Airy. This llama is often out here with his handler and they will pose for pictures. The llama will give you a kiss. It's kind of fun and just a quirky thing about Mount Airy. Let me know in the comments if you've been here. Have you seen the llama? Of course, my kids like to get the penny souvenirs anywhere we go, and several of the souvenir stores along Main Street have these penny machines in them where you can get a souvenir penny with like an Andy Griffith theme or just a Mount Airy theme. So those are really fun for the kids, so keep an eye out for those. Another really fun place to check out is Floyd's barber shop, where Andy Griffith used to get his haircut all the time. Listen in on this conversation.
Andy, in here from 1932 to 1952, and 6 years old until he was 22. And at that time, he left North Carolina and went to New York, started his career. But these green chairs were bought new at 29. They were built new in 1925. They just turned 100 years old. Wow. They have been in service to work on. Wow. The child chair in the middle here was a gift today from a barber friend from Louisville, Kentucky, about 30 years ago. This was bought new in 1924, 101 years old. Wow. And nothing has ever been done to any of them. They told them to treat them right and keep the check on the hydraulic fluid to allow them to do that, and then nothing's ever had to be done. I wish, I'm 79, I can't say that about me. I've been serviced, I've been worked on, and I've already started getting some replacement parts. Even the old cash register back there, back from National Cash Register, Dayton, Ohio. Very first electric cash register ever built. And for the first time, you see a screen across the top there, I think it says cash. And so every time, everything you ring up would show up there, and then it would print that information out on the ticket for the barber instead of having to write it down every day. So that is a piece of work. It's never been worked on. And the 8th, what's the date?
I think it is the 8th, I think.
8th, today is his 96th birthday.
Wow.
Somebody asked me in here one day, I said I'm gonna give it a party, and they said, well, what would you give a cash register for a birthday present? I said, money's always nice. I said, used to having money in them all the time.
Money's always the right size, right?
You recognize that guy there that you pointed at?
That guy is so nice, and he will talk to you if you go in there, even if you don't need a haircut. Of course, there's Snappy lunch. There's always a line, so get there early for their famous pork chop sandwiches. And then check out Opie's candy store. Especially children, or really anybody with a sweet tooth, is going to love this. They have the old-fashioned candies and the newer candies, and you can fill up a bag by weight and buy it that way, and they just have so many options. They also have a full ice cream bar in here, so if you're here on a hot day and you need a cold treat, they do have the ice cream options. But it's just so fun for the kids to be able to pick out which candies they want to put in their candy bags here at Opie's. If you want some really good photo ops, they do have these really beautiful murals painted at the Andy Griffith Museum. We actually did not go in the museum just because we had limited time, but I highly recommend that museum if you are a fan of the Andy Griffith show. But they have these beautiful murals. This one's actually right downtown. Really cool, awesome photo op opportunities, like I said, to check out while you're driving around Mount Airy. And then it's time for us to head over to the little free museum section. They have Wally's right here. You can go inside and they have it all decorated and decked out, and you can go inside and check it out for free. They do have some souvenirs in there if you want to buy, you know, the normal souvenirs, a keychain, a sticker, a t-shirt, whatever. But it's just really fun to walk around in there, see some memorabilia, and they do, of course, have the Andy Griffith show playing 24/7 on a TV. Once you get done checking out Wally's, right beside Wally's is the Mayberry courthouse. So here it is. Again, this is free to visit, and I highly recommend it because it's just a cute little thing that is unique to Mount Airy. And so as you can see, they have all the characters' names here from the Andy Griffith Show. So that was pretty cool, etched in stone along the side of the courthouse building. And they also have, I just love old trucks like this. I just think they're really cool. Once you walk inside, they have the sheriff's office, and then they have the jail cells. You can walk inside the jail cells, get your pictures taken. You can also sit there at the sheriff's desk and get your picture taken there too. Kids will like this, adults will like this, any fans of the show will like this, and like I said, it's just a really fun free activity to do while you're here in Mount Airy. Right here in downtown Mount Airy is Andy Griffith's home. This is where he grew up, in this house right here. They have now turned this into an Airbnb, so if you're interested in that, you can actually stay right here in his home. So that's pretty cool. We just drove by it just so that we can say we saw it and take a picture. And then right here at the Andy Griffith Museum, they do have this really nice statue of Andy and Opie that was donated from the TV Land, so that's really nice. Here's another fun photo op right outside the Andy Griffith Museum. We really enjoyed our time in Mount Airy. I definitely suggest checking it out if you are in the area. It would make a fun day trip or even a couple days. There's lots of yummy restaurants, lots of fun shopping, and lots of sightseeing. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!